Namaste, Vanakkam, Hare Krishna. Welcome to Conscious Cooking with me, Anuradha. This morning I'm going to show you how to make an eggless sponge cake that's really versatile, that you'll be able to use for so many occasions. And I'm going to also show you how to make a lovely ganache, a chocolate ganache that can be used to accompany this lovely sponge cake. Ingredients for this egg-free sponge cake. We start with 75 grams of butter at room temperature and 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and we'll add that to our mixer and blend that together so that we get a nice creamy consistency. Okay, I think the butter and the sugar is creamed quite nicely. Now we're going to add in to this mixture 50 ml of yogurt, and this is usually what we use to replace eggs in our egg-free cakes. And to give it some flavor, a teaspoon of vanilla, and let's mix that a little bit. Okay. Now, in this bowl, I have 2 cups of self-raising flour, which I've sieved with about 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to be adding this into the mixture, into the batter intermittently with about 3/4 of a cup of milk. As I said, it will be done intermittently. You don't put all in one time. So let's add in half of our flour mixture and half of our milk, and mix that. And that's fine. And now let's add the rest of our flour. And the rest of the 3/4 of a cup of milk. And we'll give it a final mix so that it all comes together. So I just want to look at my mixture, and if it's too heavy, I will add in a little bit more milk. It's actually fine. And here I have a ring baking tin that we're going to be using for this cake, so that it gives us enough of a surface area to use to fill in that gorgeous ganache that I'm going to be showing you how to make now. So let's put all this into our cake tin. The oven has been preheated at 180 degrees, and this cake mixture is going to go in for at least 25 to 30 minutes. Right, so we are ready to go into the oven for, as I explained, 180 degree bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. So while our egg-free sponge is baking in the oven, I'm going to now get on with the ganache. And for that, I have 1 can of evaporated cream that I'm going to bring to a boil, quite high heat actually. And in here, I have white chocolate that I'm going to be using to make the ganache to finish off our egg-free cake today. So let's wait for this milk to heat up, and then we're going to pour this milk into our chocolate, and that's what's going to melt the chocolate. We're now going to pour this into our chocolate, and we're going to give it a good stir and melt all that chocolate in this heat. You'll notice that I didn't put the chocolate into the pot, because that's a sure way of burning your chocolate. In this way, the heat actually melts the chocolate without causing any damage to the chocolate texture itself. And that's where we want to be right now. In the meantime, let's check on our cake in the oven. It should be getting just about ready to take out now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour this lovely chocolate ganache in the center of this mold so that it fills up the cake and it pours all over. And we will finish off by just grating a little bit more white chocolate onto the sides of the cake. And there you have a delicious egg-free sponge cake with a lovely chocolate ganache.
Welcome back. People all over the world are turning to yoga to help them relieve stress and tension. Today on Yoga for Wellbeing, Coogan demonstrates the Triaktad Asana, a pose used to release accumulated tension in the body. Lokeshji follows this stress relief with the Ramayan, which describes Sri Ram's calm disposition.